So welcome everyone. Today's class we're working on lots of twisting and core strengthening postures, working towards our side crow. So as always, this is your practice. Listen into your body, take any modifications you need and rest as often as you like. We're going to be working with a pursed lip breath technique today, which is quite tricky to say, but it's quite easy to do. So whenever I cue this breath throughout the class, we'll take a nice deep inhale through the nose. You want to consciously think about drawing that breath all the way down right into the base of the belly and allowing the belly to soften and expand as you breathe in. Then purse the lips to make a tiny hole, and then we're going to breathe out through that pursed set of lips. And you'll notice, hopefully, when you try this, that by forcing all the air in your lungs out through this tiny hole, it really slows the breath, and that resistance against the small gap will engage these belly muscles as you draw the belly back in towards the spine to help empty the air out of the lungs. So it helps engage our deep core muscles, and it also helps us slow and control the breath. So we're going to be working with that technique today. So we'll try 5 breaths all together. I invite you, if you like, to close down the eyes and bring the hands to the belly. Lengthening up, sitting tall through the spine. Nice. So let's take a deep breath in through the nose all together, filling the belly. Pursing the lips, take a slow exhale. Inhale through the nose, fill the belly. Pursing lips, slow exhale. Three more, just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last exhale. Enjoying the stillness. As we tune into this moment. And what can you hear? And what can you smell? What can you taste? What can you sense outside your body? And what can you sense inside your body? Keeping that internal awareness as we start to move. Deep breath in, lifting the chin up high. Slow exhale, chin to chest. Carefully rolling right ear to right shoulder, feeling a stretch in the side of the neck. Slowly taking chin back down through chest. left ear to left shoulder. Exploring this range of movement in the neck for a few more breaths. Move at your own pace. And when the chin next arrives at the chest, pause here. And as you lift the head, squeeze shoulders up to ears, deep breath in. Now as you breathe out, softly roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, shoulders squeeze up. Exhale, back and down. One more with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Making your way up onto all fours and finding some butterfly hands. So turn the fingers out to the sides as much as you can and then walk the wrists in as close as is comfortable. Yeah, nice knee. From here you can start exploring movement in any direction. So maybe that's some little movements side to side. Forwards and back. Or maybe it's circles. Focusing your attention on the wrists. And then sitting back on the heels, let's give the wrists a big shake out. And then turning your palms to face the front, fingertips to the mat in line with your heels. And then lean forward as you bring the palms down to the earth. Keep the wrists connected to the mat and see if you can lift up your palm with your fingers. Do you feel that far up the forearms? It can be quite strong and you can adjust the sensation. If you're finding it hard to lift the hands, lean further forward. If you're finding it too easy, sit up taller. Oh, it gets harder as you lean back. Yeah, nice, so you can adjust. Yeah, nice, really strong in the forearms. Let's take 5 more. Nice, giving the wrists another shake out. Doing lots on the hands and wrists today. If the wrists ever start getting sore, you can always try working on fists. And we'll come on to all fours once more for cat-cow. Super slow today, so taking the awareness to the very base of the spine. Slowly lift the tailbone up to the sky, drop the belly low. Then lift the chest and draw up through the ears, deep breath in. Nice, then slowly tuck the tailbone under, draw the belly in tight to the spine, push into the hands, hollow the chest, shut the chin. Moving through your cat-cows as slowly as you can, moving with your own breath. Awareness in the spine as you ripple up and down. Really nice. Whenever you feel ready, tuck the toes. Push into the hands, send hips up and back, downward dog. You can explore any movement that feels good here. So maybe that's continuing to ripple through the spine by lifting heels, rolling forward into high plank, bending knees before shooting hips up and back, working in these waves. Maybe you feel like pedaling out through alternate feet. Or releasing the head and the neck. Yeah, really nice movement, everyone. Finding stillness. Deep breath in through the nose, fill the belly. Exhale through your pursed lips, feel the core engage. Lifting heels as high as you can, round through the spine as we roll forward into your high plank, shoulders stack above wrists. Yeah, that's it. So what you roll all the way forward, hands at the top of the mat. Nice. Make the space between your hands and feet a bit longer for me, so you're more in a plank position. Yeah, walk those hands forward and get that butt down low in line with your shoulders. Yeah, that's it. Nice. From here, take the knees down to the ground. Find your diagonal line. Knees, hips, shoulders here, ears. So the head is in line with the rest of the spine. We're going to lower down super slow, keeping this body position all the way down. Finding somewhere on your journey to pause and take one breath. This could be really high, or maybe you're hovering just 1 centimetre off the mat. And then come down to your belly, preparing for Cobra. Inhale, chest lifts forwards and up. Squeeze the glutes. Then as you exhale, turn to the right. See if you can look over the top of the right shoulder towards the heels. Breathe here and squeeze glutes and lower back. One more breath. Next inhale brings us to center. Exhale, release down. Tucking toes, push into hands, send hips up and back. Downward dog. Again, play with any movement that feels good here. Maybe spinal waves. And pedaling out through the feet. Becoming still. Deep breath in through the nose, fill the belly. Exhale through pursed lips. Lift heels high, roll forward into high plank. Really nice. Take knees down to the ground, find your diagonal line. Hold that line strong as you lower down. Super slow, pausing somewhere to hold your hover for one breath. Really nice. Inhale, Cobra, chest lifts forwards and up. Exhale, twist to the left, looking over the top of the shoulder. Squeeze the glutes and lower back as you breathe. Next inhale brings us to center. Exhale, release. Tucking toes, push into hands. Send hips back and up, downward dog. Any movement you like. Becoming still. Squeezing right knee into chest as close as you can. Heel up towards the bum, point the toes. See if you can keep that knee in tight to the chest this time as we roll forward into high plank. Round the upper back as much as you can. Hollow the chest, create space. See if you can step that right foot with control between the hands. Really nice. Lower back knee. Inhale, low lunge, lift arms. Exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Squeeze the glutes as tight as you can. Keep them switched on as we work into our twist. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale through pursed lips as you twist to the right. Nice. 2 more like that. Inhale, belly. Yeah, that's it, Sorsha. Exhale, right. 1 more inhale. And exhale, squeeze. Next inhale releases to the front, arms reach high. Exhale, plant the hands. Round the upper back, strong shoulders as we lift the back knee and step back to plank. Preparing for some scapular push-ups here. Remember, anytime we're working in plank, you can take the knees down to the ground at any point. So you can work on the knees or up in plank as we push into the palms, round the upper back. Feel the shoulder blades spread wide. Then with control, arms stay straight as we slowly lower the chest down between the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Nice, Jess. So you can keep those arms straight, push up, round the upper back. And then slowly lower down through and squeeze. Yes, Amanda, so strong. Let's take 3 more. Really nice, Neve. Yeah, that's it, Miriam. Lovely straight arms. 1 more. From here, you can either come down before, like we did before, on the knees, coming down to our bellies for Cobra. Or if you found it easy to lower down on the knees, you can lower down in plank position. Whichever option you choose, move with control, move slow. Hold your hover for 1 breath. Then choosing your back bend, either inhale for Cobra like before, or flip the feet, lift the thighs for up dog, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, downward dog, take it back. Feel free to move. Last breath. Squeezing left knee tight into the chest, heel to bum, point the toes. Keep that knee in as close as you can to the chest as we roll forward into high plank. Hollow the chest, create as much space as you can. And with control, step that foot between the hands. Yes, really nice, Jazz. Lowering the back knee. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, palms to heart center. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale through pursed lips as we turn to the left. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, push those palms together. Next breath in, turns to the front, lifts arms. Exhale, plant the hands, engage shoulders, lift back knee, step back to plank. Preparing for our scapular push-ups. Remember, knees can come down to the ground at any time. Push into hands, round the upper back, feel the shoulder blades spread wide. Yeah, nice engagement. Slowly lower, chest through arms, keeping them straight. Squeeze shoulder blades together. And 4 more in your own time. The slower you can go, the more you should feel the activation in the shoulders switch on. Yeah, that's it, Sausha, really nice. Last one. Keep those shoulders strong as you choose your vinyasa with or without the knees. Move slow. Hold your hover one breath. Choosing your back bend cobra or up dog, inhale. Nice, shoulders soft. Exhale, downward dog, take it back. Option 1, as you like in your downward dog. Option 2, taking some bunny hops. If you're bunny hopping, push into the hands, round the upper back to set the shoulder blades. Then squeeze the legs together, thighs through feet. As you hop your hips up high above your hands, see if you can bring heels to bump and point toes up to the ceiling. Yeah, nice height. Yeah, really nice. I know when you first start this one you feel so heavy, but honestly the more you practice the lighter and lighter you feel. It's a good feeling when you start feeling that lightness. Nice guys, give me one more. Oh, nice. And now should we use that energy, that big jump, to get all the way to the top of our mat. So big jump as we hop our feet forwards. And we'll all meet in a fold, soft knees. Head and shoulders hang heavy, maybe hands catch elbows. As you breathe here, you might like to take a little sway side to side, twisting through the body to turn the forearms in line with the edges of the mat. Coming back to center. One last deep breath in through the nose. Big sigh out the mouth. Slowly, slowly rolling up through spine. Take all the time you like. Head arrives last. As we open the palms to face the front of the room, close down the eyes, enjoying this moment to ground ourselves in our Utkatasana, our mountain pose. Feeling the soles of the feet on the mat. Lift both kneecaps to engage thighs. Squeeze glutes. Lower ribs draw in. Shoulders soft. Crown of the head reaches up to the ceiling. Palms open wide. Awareness on the breath. Inhale, Utkatasana, arms sweep up, palms open to face the front of the room. Preparing for our side bend, catch hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Start pulling that wrist over towards the right. Then take the gaze down to the right side of the right foot, bend right knee, and step the left foot behind and over to the right hand side, resting on the little toe edge of the foot. Bend the knee as much as you like, send hips to the left as you pull wrist to the right. Squeeze the glutes. Really nice. You can take your gaze wherever you like, as long as it feels good for the neck, down, straight ahead or up. One more breath. Inhale to center, stretch high. Catching hold of right wrist with left hand, starting to pull it over to the left. Gaze down to the left side of the left foot as we bend the left knee. Step the right foot behind and out to the side, resting on the knife edge, the little toe side of the foot. Send hips over to the right as you draw wrist to the left. One more breath. Releasing to center, stretch up. Exhale, Utkatasana, forward fold, hinging from the hips. Remember to soften your knees so you can take your belly to your thighs and your forehead to your shins. Keep that connection as you send your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold down, curl in. From here, bend the knees, lower the hips. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, lift arms and torso. Exhale, prayer to heart center, squeeze glutes. Inhale through the nose, fill the belly. Exhale through pursed lips as we turn to the right, twist. 2 more with that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. If you can, take the outside of the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh, hooking it on. If that doesn't reach, you can put the elbows maybe between the thighs, and you can push into that elbow to help spiral through the torso. Stick your butt out behind you and think long through the spine. Open chest. Yeah, nice. One more breath. Taking the gaze down to the feet. Shift your weight into your right foot. Squeeze your left heel up to the bum. Point the toes like a little flamingo balancing. Then slowly send that left leg out long behind you. Point the toes, stretch long. Bend into right knee as you float the left toes down to the back of the mat. Nice, and we're in reverse. Crescent lunge. Really nice. Keep that back heel high, back leg strong. Squeezing glutes, lengthening spine as we spiral through torso. Option 1 is holding strong here. Option 2, coming into revolved side angle. Release left fingertips down to the mat, palm faces outwards, and then the right arm reaches up long, creating a diagonal line from the back heel up to the top fingertips. Stretch through the side body. Yeah, nice. Amanda, reach that arm more towards the camera. Yeah, that's it, nice. One more breath. Legs stay strong as we reverse. Left arm sweeps up and over, breathe in. Exhale, plant the hands. Strong shoulders, step back to plank. Choose your vinyasa with or without the knees, move slow. Hold your hover. Choosing your back bend, inhale Cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog, take it back. Move if you like. Otherwise, see if you can focus on pushing the knuckle of your index finger down into the mat and externally rotating through the arm. Strong in the shoulders. As if your hands were glued to the mat, so they're not going to move, but you're trying to twist them so the fingers face out. One more breath. Keeping that external rotation in the arms, if you've got it. Lift the heels high and roll forward into your high plank. Again, knees can come down to the ground at any point as we take the right knee out wide to the side and slowly draw it in towards the right shoulder. Squeeze. And slowly take it back. Nice, let's do left. Yeah, nice control, everyone. Right. Left. Right. Last one, super strong. Left. Oh, nice. Let's drop knees. Take hips back and forehead to the earth. A couple of breaths in child's pose to reset. Let everything go as the body becomes soft. Nothing to hold on to here. Last breath. Everyone meeting in downward dog. Push into the hands. Round the upper back, strong shoulders. Bend the knees, gaze between the hands. Big jump to the top of the mat. And we'll all meet in forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, rise up, stretch tall. Exhale, dragging the hands down through to heart center. Inhale, Utkatasana, stretch up. Exhale, Uttanasana, folding down. Belly to thighs, forehead to shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Open the chest, draw the shoulder blades back. Yeah, that's it, Sorsha, really nice. Exhale, fold it down. From here, bend knees, lower hips. Inhale, chair pose, lift arms and torso. Exhale, prayer to heart center, squeeze those glutes. Inhale into belly, lengthen spine. Exhale through pursed lips as we twist to the left. Really nice. Two more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you can, take the outside of the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. If that's not accessible, maybe you take the elbow between both thighs. Just something to push into as you spiral through the torso. Stick that butt out behind you, lengthen spine, really nice. Taking the gaze down to your feet. Shift weight into left foot. Squeeze right heel to the bum, point the toes, little flamingo balance. Yes, Miriam, nice. Extend that right leg out long behind you, straight and strong. Yeah, Jez, point the toes, hit the wardrobe. Then bend into the left knee, float to the back foot to the back of the mat, and we're in revolved crescent lunge. Keep that back heel as high as you can. Really nice. Strong back thigh, squeeze glutes, lengthen spine. Option 1 is holding here. Option 2, revolved side angle. Releasing right fingertips down to the ground. Left arm stretches out long in a diagonal line. Palm faces the ground. Really nice. One long line from back heel to top fingertips. Squeezing those legs for one more breath. Reversing our warrior, right arm sweeps up and over, inhale. Exhale, release palms down to the mat. Oh, embracing those wobbles. As we plant the hands, engage the shoulders. Step back to plank. Stay strong in the shoulder and squeeze those butt cheeks together as you choose your vinyasa with or without the knees. It's your choice. Coming down on the knees is such a good way to build your strength. Choosing your back bend, inhale, soft shoulders. Nice, let the shoulders release down. Yeah, nice. Exhale, downward dog. Take it back. Again, you can move if that feels good. Or you can focus on pushing into the knuckle of the index finger, externally rotating through the arms. Feel the shoulders lift up towards the ears. Upper body strong. Really nice. Amazing shoulders, Miriam. Keep that external rotation in the arms if you've got it as we roll forward into high plank. Shoulders stack above wrists. The body is long, nice. As always, you can take the knees down to the ground at any point. Let's start with the left knee this time, out to the side and in towards the shoulder. Squeeze and back. Nice, the slower the better, the more control we'll build. Right. Nice. And left. Right. Left. So strong, everyone. Last one. Right. Taking the knees to the ground, hips to heels. Child's pose. Allowing the whole body to melt now. As if you were a scoop of ice cream left out on a hot day. Last breath. Everyone meeting in downward dog. Get strong in the shoulders, bend the knees, gaze to the top of the mat as we jump forwards, big spring. Everyone meeting in forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, stand up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, Utkatasana, stretch up. Exhale, Uttanasana, folding down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend knees, lower hips, inhale, chair. Exhale, prayer to heart center. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale through pursed lips, twist to the right. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you can, connect left elbow to the thighs. Option to float the heels. Starting to sink the hips lower now. Lower and lower and lower until we all arrive in a squat, a twisted squat, preparing for our side crow. Spread out the palms of the hands wide and place the hands down on the mat on your right hand side. The hand should be parallel with the right edge of your mat. Now, arm balances aren't for everyone, that's okay. This is a really nice position to work in your twisted squat. You can work on mobility in the ankles, in the hips, in your squat. Twist through the spine. You can also work on shoulder strength by pushing down into the palms, rounding the upper back, hollowing the chest, holding strong here, or maybe playing with rocking the weight forwards and back, so lots of options. If you'd like to give side crow a go, same setup, really get as strong as you can in those shoulders. See how they round up. Then take these knees, glue them together, and place them as high as you can on the back of the left arm. From here, keep the shoulders strong as we lift our bum up, lean the shoulders forward and bend the elbows back. So we're starting to make a little shelf. I'll show you from the other angle in a moment. And then we place the hips on top of that right elbow. And you can just play here, like shifting the weight from the legs into the arms. Both feet can be on the ground. Maybe you keep leaning forward and lift one foot up. Maybe both feet come up. I'll show you from the other side as well, so you can see the elbow bend. So both knees as high as you can on the back of the left arm. Then lift your butt up, lean forward and bend the elbows. See how it makes like a little shelf there for the hip to sit on? And then it's all about leaning the weight forward. It's more like a seesaw than like a lifting up. You can just like tilt. Find your balance. Nice. I'll give you a few more moments to play here. If you have any questions, just holler. Yeah, Neve, lovely. Last couple of breaths. And then whenever you're done, no rush. We'll meet in a nice soft ragdoll. Bend in the knees. Nice opportunity to release the wrists here. They've been working hard today. Big breath in through the nose. Big sigh out the mouth. Slowly start to roll up through the spine. Chin stays tucked to the very last moment. Maybe you take a big shoulder roll when you reach the top. And we're in Utkatasana. Inhale, Udvastasana, stretch up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend knees, lower hips. Inhale, chair. Exhale, palms to heart center, squeeze glutes. Inhale into belly. Exhale through pursed lips as we turn to the left. Two more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you can, take right elbow to the thighs. Maybe you hover the heels. Then starting to sink the hips lower and lower. Yes, nice jazz, coming all the way down to our squat. Spreading out the palms as we place the hands down on the left hand side of the body in line with the left hand edge of the mat. So again, you can work here in your squat, working on ankles, hips and shoulders by engaging here. Push up. Or you can have a little go at side crow, gluing the knees together, taking the knees up high on the back of the right arm. Then lift up your bum, lean shoulders forward, make a little shelf with your elbow for your hips to sit on. This is a little cheat here, spreading weight over 2 arms. Maybe you hover 1 foot, maybe 2. Oh, really nice. And even if you don't want to lift the feet, you can work on your shoulder strength, little rocks. Pushing down into the palm, yeah, nice. Build that strength up in the shoulders. Last couple of breaths. And then whenever you're ready, no rush, we'll take it back into that ragdoll. Release the wrists. This time from our ragdoll, we'll sink down into a squat and come down to a seat. Binding Janu, right leg in, left leg out long and straight to the side. Activate this left leg, squeeze thigh, flex foot, draw toes in. Ground down into both sit bones as we turn away from the straight leg, fingertips push into the earth. Lengthen spine. Then taking left elbow to left thigh, hand makes a fist. Maybe you rest temple down on that fist. Top arm reaches up and over, the bicep is hovering just above the ear. Palm faces down as we reach towards the toes. Yeah, really nice. If you like, this elbow can slide off the thigh towards the floor. Maybe you release the back of the hand to the mat. Maybe you take the hand underneath the calf. Yeah, really nice. Stretch that top arm long. Yes, nice. Reaching through fingertips. Feeling the stretch from right hip to right little finger. Breathing deep and slow. Last breath. And carefully changing sides. Drawing the left knee in. Right leg out wide. Activating the thigh, the foot. Grounding down into both sit bones. Taking a twist away from that long leg. Push into fingertips, sit tall. Yeah, really nice. If you draw the chin in, you can find length in the back of the neck as well. Yeah, nice. Then taking right elbow down to right thigh, hand makes a fist. Gently rest the temple down on that fist. Top arm reaches up and over, bicep just above the ear. Palm faces down as we stretch through the whole left hand side of the body. And you have the option to slide the elbow off the thigh towards the floor if you like. Maybe you take hand under calf. And breathing deep and slow. And drawing your awareness inwards. Last breath. Carefully releasing. And if you need to pop on any layers now before we come down onto our back, please do. And then whenever you're ready, no rush. We'll all meet on our backs with both knees into the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Maybe a rock side to side. Thanking your body for all the hard work it's put in for you today. Option 1 is to hold here just as you are. Option 2, take the legs up into the air, soft knees, soft feet. This is a really nice place to hang out, a gentle inversion, and you can focus on breathing deep into the belly here. Option 3, Halasana, bringing hands under hips for support as you lift the hips high. Legs will either end up out behind you hovering in space, knees bent to rest on the forehead, or maybe toes reach the ground. Wherever you end up in your Halasana, see if you can focus on sending the breath into the lower back. Maybe you can feel the lower back expand into your palms on each breath in and soften on each breath out. If you're in Halasana, you can slowly start to release. Coming down vertebrae by vertebrae, really slow. Then we'll all meet in a full body stretch, reaching fingertips to toes. It might feel good to release through the wrists and the ankles. And taking arms out wide into a T if you have the space, otherwise bend elbows, cactus arms. As you slide the hips over to the left, bring the left knee tight into the chest and then guide that whole leg over to the right. Doesn't matter where this leg ends up in space, but we're not forcing the leg down towards the ground. You just want to let it hang, let the leg become heavy. And maybe with each breath out, you can feel the body soften. And as the muscles let go, maybe that leg starts to drift down towards the floor. Last breath. Easing back to center. Sliding hips over to the right. And drawing right knee in tight to the chest. And guiding that leg over to the left. Whole body heavy. Whole body soft. Last breath. Easing back to center. Final few moments to take any final movement your body needs. And then when you're ready, you can get yourself settled on your back for Shavasana or seated for meditation. And so it's your choice how you end your practice, wherever you find more comfortable, more relaxing. And the last few moments to make yourself comfortable, cozy. And for the next 5 minutes, there is nothing you need to be. Nothing you need to do. Nothing you need to make happen. But if you would like, I invite you to witness the solid ground beneath you. Noticing the contact points between your body and the floor. And with each breath out, can you send your weight down through those contact points into the earth beneath you? With each breath out, the body becomes heavier and heavier. But although the body is so heavy now, can the breath be free and easy? And as you start to come back, into the space around you, you might like to bring some small movements into your fingers and toes. And it might feel good to take a deep breath or a big stretch. And then in your own time, keeping your eyes closed, we'll all meet in a comfortable seat. Palms come together at heart center. And as we bow our heads, let's take these last few moments to acknowledge something that we're grateful for today. Namaste.